In our program Gems of India, you just heard an interview with Nachiketa Goyal and Prerna Arya from Blood Connect, a student movement for blood donation. This is the General Overseas Service of All India Radio. Please stay tuned for the news.
This is All India Radio, the news read by Shilpi Goswami. The headlines. Prime Minister Manmohan Singh asserts there is no place for narrow and sectarian ideologies in a progressive and secular country like India. Says economic slow growth will not last long. Pakistan resorts to yet another ceasefire violation on the LOC in food sector, injuring 3 army jawans and a civilian. Navy divers enter INS Sindhu Rakshak to ascertain the status of missing sailors after Wednesday's explosion. No one sighted so far. United States cancels Bright Star joint military exercise with Egypt. Clashes between security forces and protesters in Egypt claim 525 lives. Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh asserted that there is no place for narrow and sectarian ideologies in a modern, progressive and secular country. Addressing the nation from the ramparts of historic Red Fort on the 67th Independence Day, the Prime Minister said there is need to strengthen the secular traditions of our country. The Prime Minister said there is need to build an environment of political stability, social cohesion and security for an India that is prosperous and where all its citizens will be equal partners in this, irrespective of their religion, caste, region or language. Dr. Singh expressed anguish over the loss of Navy's frontline submarine INS Sindhu Rakshak in an accident in Mumbai in which 18 soldiers are feared to have lost their lives. On the issue of internal security, the Prime Minister said, except so for a few incidents, the last 9 years have been good for communal harmony. Dr. Singh exuded confidence that the country will be able to achieve a higher economic growth despite recent slowdown due to global recession. On Pakistan, Dr. Singh said bilateral relations will improve only when Islamabad prevents the use of its territory for anti-India activities. He also condemned the recent dastardly attacks on Jawans along the line of control by Pakistan and said that all possible steps will be taken to prevent such incidents in the future. Colorful functions were held across the country to mark the 67th Independence Day celebrations yesterday. The President Pranab Mukherjee led the nation by paying floral tributes to the armed forces at the Amar Jawan Jyoti in the national capital. Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh paid tributes to the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, at his Samadhi at Rajghat. The main Independence Day function was held at Red Fort, where Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh unfurled the tricolour and took salute at the parade. Independence Day celebrations were held in all states, where chief ministers unfurled the national flag and took the salute. Addressing the Independence Day function at Bakshi Stadium in Srinagar, Chief Minister Omar Abdullah strongly condemned the Kishtwar incident. In Guwahati, Assam Chief Minister Tarun Gogoi said that the government will set up a special fund for those affected by violence. Reports of Independence Day celebrations have come from abroad where functions were held at Indian embassies. In yet another ceasefire violation by Pakistan in the past 5 days, 3 army jawans and a civilian were injured in Pakistani firing on forward posts along the LOC in Balakot area of Poonch district yesterday. Pakistani troops fired automatic weapons and mortar shells, one of which resulted in injury to a civilian from Wales in Sanjot forward area. Pakistan on Wednesday night also attacked Indian forward posts in Mendhar sector of Poonch. The firing, which started on Wednesday night at about 9 p.m., continued for about 2 hours. Indian troops gave an effective response to the Pakistani firing. The Defense Ministry has said efforts are on to trace 18 personnel trapped inside the submarine INS Sindhurakshak, which sank at the naval dockyard in Mumbai after an explosion on Wednesday. In a statement, the Defense Ministry said the Navy divers have entered INS Sindhurakshak and efforts are on to ascertain the status of the trapped personnel. The ministry also said that the diving efforts are hampered due to poor visibility inside the submarine, which is filled with water. Russian President Vladimir Putin has condoled the death of Indian Navy men in the explosion in and sinking of submarine INS Sindhurakshak. In identical letters to President Pranab Mukherjee and Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, Mr. Putin conveyed his sincere condolences in connection with the tragic death of the Indian seamen caused by the explosion in the submarine Sindhurakshak. The diesel-electric submarine had recently come back from Russia after a 450 crore rupee extensive upgrade in that country. India plans to double its bilateral trade with Sri Lanka to $10 billion in next 3 years. Speaking at Independence Day function in Colombo yesterday, Indian High Commissioner Y.K. Sinha highlighted the growing economic and commercial partnership between India and Sri Lanka. He noted since the operationalization of Free Trade Agreement in 2000, trade has multiplied by as much as 8 times. The High Commissioner highlighted that India's developmental assistance projects have made impressive progress. An Indian crude oil tanker, MT Deshanti, has been detained by Iranian authorities. Iran's Fars news agency reported that the oil tanker on its way to India from Iraq was detained amidst environmental concerns for polluting Iranian waters. The ship, which is owned by the Shipping Corporation of India, has been reported by the Marine Emergency Mutual Aid Center, MEMAC. The head of Sea Pollution Department of Iranian Environment Protection Organization, Nima Porang, said that the tanker discharged its oily ballast water 30 miles away from Lawan Island in Persian Gulf, which caused a 10-mile length oil stain on the sea. Indian Embassy in Tehran is in constant touch with the Iranian authorities to secure an early release of the vessel. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our Facebook page, All India Radio News, for more news and events. The World Bank has signed an agreement with the Indian government to provide a $10 million loan to help low-income families secure housing loans. The Finance Ministry said in a release yesterday that the agreement was signed in New Delhi by the Department of Economic Affairs Joint Secretary Nilay Mitash, National Housing Bank Chairman and Managing Director R.V. Verma, and World Bank India Operations Advisor Michael Haney. The objective of the project is to provide access to sustainable housing finance for low-income households to purchase, build or upgrade their dwellings, the release added. United States has cancelled Bright Star joint military exercise with Egypt. President Obama has deplored Wednesday's violence in Egypt and said state of emergency must be lifted. In a address from his vacation in Martha's Vineyard, he urged the Egyptian authorities to respect human rights and called on protesters to demonstrate peacefully. Meanwhile, the Egyptian Health Ministry has put the death toll in Wednesday's clashes to 525, while more than 3,500 people have been reported injured. Maximum number of deaths have been reported from the main protest site at Rabah al-Adwaya Mosque in Cairo. The Interior Ministry has already stated that 43 policemen have been killed in the clashes. In a message on Twitter, the Brotherhood spokesman Jihad al-Haddad said that it would bring down the country's military coup peacefully. Turkey has called for urgent meeting of UN Security Council to discuss the situation. Prime Minister Tayyip Erdogan described the act as a massacre in Egypt. UN Chief Ban Ki-moon and EU Foreign Policy Chief Catherine Marie Ashton condemned the act and urged all the sides to work for peace. Now to end this bulletin, here are the main points once again. Prime Minister Manmohan Singh asserts there is no place for narrow and sectarian ideologies in a progressive and secular country like India. Says economic slow growth will not last long. Pakistan resorts to yet another ceasefire violation on LOC. In food sector injuring 3 army jawans and a civilian. Navy divers enter INS Sindhurakshak to ascertain the status of missing sailors after Wednesday's explosion. No one sighted so far. United States cancels Bright Star joint military exercise with Egypt.